Hello there. This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Work for what you want. I'm gonna tell you what. There was a comment I got, and hopefully it was a young man asking me how he could make a certain amount of money in a short period of time. I said you got to work for it. Ain't no magic out here. If you want something, you got to work for it. I'm going to tell you what, whether it's money, whether it's a body game, because you've been listening to Uncle Rom talking about, putting on the muscle, doing the body game, a better life, you can have it, but you got to work for it. I'm going to tell you something now, a sad thing. Too many men are sitting around expecting to be handed something, or males. I ain't even going to call them men. Too many males sitting around, want somebody hand them something or got some entitlement, like, somebody's just going to give them something. Men aren't giving anything. Men take what they want. And when I say take, I don't mean stealing or anything. Let me be clear about that. But I mean going to get it. If you don't like your physical form, you know what? You're going to have to hit the gym. You're going to have to hit the gym, or you're going to have to do some exercise. You don't like the weight on you, you're going to have to exercise and be disciplined in your eating. If you want to put on weight, you want to put on some muscle, you're going to have to be, you're going to have to exercise. You're going to have to really hit the gym. Shoot, you're going to have to eat a certain amount. But whatever the case, it's going to come down to work. If you want to be better with women, it's still going to take some work. And you know what you're working on? You got to work on yourself, your personality. You want to succeed in life? Oh, it's going to take some work. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. And let me talk about the money piece more than anything else, because you still got some people don't seem to get that idea. If you want money, which leads to most of the other things. If you think about it, if you want to engage in body game, put on that muscle or lose that weight, shoot, you still need some money to buy those more nutritious foods that are better for you. You need money for the gym, or at least some exercise clothes if you're going to exercise outside. Or at home, you're going to have to buy that equipment. That's money. You're going to have to work for it, right? You're going to have to work for, you don't necessarily need money to work on your own personality, but your brain is thinking a whole lot better if you're not worried about bills. So, hey, money. And it's still, all of it comes down to it. And it comes down not even so much to money. Money is an outgrowth of your work. You have to do the work. And you got to work for what you want. When you set that goal, you're going to have to work to make it happen. Now, usually on these Saturdays, I'm talking about success. Okay. You got to work for it. Nobody's going to you ain't going to have that magic thing. Because let me talk about that a bit. Because sometimes we'll see these superstars who got discovered or something like that. They were in the right place at the right time. They had to work to even get to that point. I want y'all to think about that for a second. You might see the end result, the success, but you don't know how hard they had to work. I got some jazz playing in the background. These jazz musicians had to work a long time to get to a point that their music is featured on some cable TV station. They had to work for that. They just happened. Shoot. Me to get to this point where I can even share this message for you. Y'all don't know what I had to go through to get to this point. Well, I had to do the work. I had to figure out stuff. I don't care what it is. You can't point to anything. Nothing's handed to you. Even if we talk about relationships, you got a bunch of guys thinking some guys are just born, and they can just get women. Now, you do have some guys, they might have some more natural genetics and some more natural personality types when it comes to getting women, to connect with women, but they still had to work to bring it out. Because even when you got talent, sometimes you got to work even harder. You got to maintain the talent. But you still got to work. I don't care. Show me something. Nobody can show me anything somebody just got that was just handed to them. They had to work for it. I don't care what it is. And that's the thing. And see, the thing is with men, it's our very nature to work. See, the nature of man is to establish order. The nature of man is to be aggressive, to be assertive, to establish what he wants. He needs to establish order. You know, he needs to establish, if he wants a peaceful environment, he needs to establish it. Don't be asking, like, even the people living with you, don't be saying, well, you got to be peaceful for me. It's like, no, this is what it's going to be. I don't care who it is. You got to establish that order. You got to make it happen. If you don't like the environment you're in, then you got to work to get out of it. You got to work. And I'm going to tell you something now. Every man should want to work for everything he has. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is something I've experienced personally. Sometimes you do something and then somebody else try to take credit for it. They try to say, well, I told you to do that. Or if it wasn't for me, man, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. It was your sweat. And see, I don't care what anybody else says. They can't take it away from you. See, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of everything. No one can take something that you work for from you. And you can look at yourself and see that makes you feel good because you know you built it. All the work you did, whether it's building your body, your mind, your business, your career, you know, the work you had to do to get in the home you in, the car, drive the car you got, you know you did that. Nobody can take that from you. And think about it. Think about what that does. That's a badge. That's something you created. Think about how powerful that is. But you got, in order to even get to that point, you got to work. You got to work. Like I've always said, do the work. You got to work for it. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about that. You got to work. You want it. You got to go take it. You got to go do that work. And I'm going to emphasize that more and more. Shoot. Like I said, some young guy wanted to know, well, how can you make a certain amount of money in a certain period of time? Few months. Okay, you got to work for it. You know how much you want? Okay, well, you better get that job and then a part-time job. Shoot, get overtime where you can. You got to work for it. Shoot, get that serious business, but you know what you can do. But that's the bottom line. I don't care what it is. You got to do the work. I don't care. Work for what you want. All right? You want. And I'm going to emphasize more than anything else. When you work for it, nobody can take it from you. They can't take credit for what you did. All right? So work. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.